scratch that, I'll get some beers and get chuggy. Nah, man, I know what I need, some more Man Huggie. Oh, Man Huggie. Some more Man Huggie. Put your headphones on for proper audio quality, motherfucker.
Here. This week is here. Thank you everybody for being here. Angry Black Quarterback, episode number 23. My favorite number, because that was my number. Fuck you. That was a good number 23 too. But we're back. This is Super Bowl Bound Part 1. I didn't know what the fuck to name it, but Super Bowl week is here. Mr. Goody's somewhere doing some weird shit like he's been doing our whole lives. I got Joe 2.0 down here underneath the basement, the boy under the stairs with the LED lights, our own engineer Harry Potter, and we got Big Dick Garen Sanders in the house once again. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm pumped. This is going to be a fun, I think this is going to be a fun game. I think this is going to be wild. I got to get the big version of y'all out of my face. Good Lord, that's so trippy. Okay. All right, I know Goody's excited. Garen, how pumped are you for this game? Are you excited? I know you don't.
I'm like Christian McCaffrey. I hope both teams loses.
Was that McCaffrey who said that?
He said that today. Yeah. Yeah, it was today. Yeah.
What a tool. I'm sorry. Christian McCaffrey is a tool, and his dad is he's really good. So I'm not knocking that, but he's a tool. I'm sorry. He's a tool. He's like. And I
want to say this. I'm glad that Garen was on here. I was actually hoping that he was, because all these Niners bitching about like, oh, we didn't have a quarterback and you beat us. No. Hassan Reddick went in and murked your fucking quarterback and took him out of the game. That's called football. It's not like you guys just didn't have a quarterback. You got worked. You put a backup tight end to try to cover or to block Hassan fucking Reddick, and he destroyed your quarterback. Deal with it.
Well, what I will say is, no, I'm going to give Garen credit, because before the game, he did say that worries him in that matchup. Your right tackle versus Reddick. You were like, that's a big match. Yep. You were like, that's a huge mismatch, and he could eat our lunch right there, and that could be really bad. You said that yourself. So I paid attention to it. I even brought it up when I was watching the game. It's like my buddy Garrett on the podcast was saying, like, he thinks that's the biggest mismatch. I'm curious.
But it wasn't the tackle. You guys put in a fucking like Kittle's backup to block him.
Kittle was doing something else on the other side, and so the backup tight end. But I did say the right side always worried me.
Yeah, and Josh Johnson.
I'm comfortable with the left side.
Yeah,
like nothing happened on the left side. Trent Williams side and all that, nothing would happen. But on the right side, I was always worried just because of him, and if our starting tight end was on that side, yeah, of course he's gonna kill our backup tight end on that side.
I know, but my point is though that you can't bitch about not having a quarterback. Like we went and took your quarterback out of the game. Like that's my point.
There's been some. What I will say is, like, they did lose a game. They expected to win. They're obviously, the team's frustrated, warranted. But I mean, it's, like the IU comments and stuff are just kind of cheesy. It's not the end of the world, but like, they just, at this point, you just got to get over it. Like, oh, it's going to be a good game and I'm not going to watch it. That's a better statement by Bosa than being like, oh, I think that the Chiefs are going to expose all these things that we were going to expose had our quarterback not gotten hurt. That's kind of like just kind of
It's
some dumb shit.
I think it's facts.
I mean,
You know,
Mahomes. I'm just saying Mahomes might get hurt because all we do is sack quarterbacks.
No, I mean it's gonna be.
I mean, it's not like you get like Hassan Reddick drilled him. He hit him. He hit his throwing arm as he was throwing the ball.
That was a
and
freak accident.
It's a freak accident. Now, if he would have took a good spear right in the rib, I would be like, that was a good hit. So it was a sack, forced fumble that hit him in the arm. Freak accident,
Yeah, I mean,
not a freak accident.
No, that is
we got to the quarterback. We got to the fucking quarterback.
The type of injury
Right.
to go from a routine like strip sack where he didn't even get really smashed on his elbow that hard. He completed the throwing motion as he was hit. I mean, we've all been playing wall ball or some shit as kids and knocked the ball out of the back of somebody's arm when they were throwing the ball. That shit can fucking hurt. We've all done that before. Like, you can throw your arm out doing goofy shit like that. So it's a freak accident in the sense that how he, like, that he threw the ball and he punched it forward. If he gets hit cleanly and just goes down and loses the ball in a fumble and doesn't punch the ball, like fucking Smash Brothers, he probably doesn't tear his elbow. Like, he probably doesn't need Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, and he also probably doesn't win the game, and then it's even more of an embarrassment.
I know, I get it. I know you got to talk your shit. I'm just saying, realistically, like, that is a freak style injury because we see people get stripped like that all the time. But we've seen, like, Matt Stafford got an elbow issue because of it. We've seen it happen with other people. That's like, he's out for a grip. Like, what do you do in a quarterback? They're all hurt, and one of them's a porn star and leaving town. So it's rough for them. But the IU comments
he might not ever be a starting quarterback again.
But the IU comments are kind of cornballish. I mean, I don't like Bosa, but I preferred what he said over, like, that McCaffrey comments kind of whatever. Like, it just sounds like, well, you already lost. The game's over. Move past it. Move on.
Yeah.
I'm not dreading over it because, like I said, I feel, and I see what people are saying, and the fact that it would have been a different scenario if our quarterback was full health. And yeah, I'm not knocking on Hassan Reddick pass rushing move. It was phenomenal. Like, what he did to get to the quarterback, he did his thing. But it would have been a different game though. It would have been a totally different game. And
it would have been a different game if we didn't have as good of a defense as we had. It would have been a different game, is what you're saying. Yeah, I agree.
I'm not saying that. I'm
the
just
offense,
saying that,
no, like they got
one,
after he was out, and then when Josh Johnson got hurt, that was your right tackle who got beat on that play, and he got beat twice by Hassan. Well, twice by Hassan Riddick, once, and then Ndamukong Suh knocked him out. And then once that happened, they didn't even have an emergency quarterback. They have nothing. Like what do you like at that point? All they can do is run the ball. McCaffrey attempts a pass. Like, it's garbage. They have the guy out there to fling little wrist flick screen passes because they don't have shit. Like,
not many teams have three quarterbacks on their depth chart either. So.
Yeah. I mean, you were on your third or fourth to begin with, so you ended up on your fourth. You didn't have a fifth.
Yeah, so it's like,
that's why Tom Brady's not coming back to San Francisco. He's like, every quarterback you guys have gets injured and knocked out of the game or the entire season. You can't pass protect. You can't. What do you mean? Like, for the last 4 seasons, you guys have to go through quarterbacks.
Well, okay, fair enough. Okay, actions. I mean, our quarterbacks do get hurt, just like any other team. A quarterback. I mean, it can happen.
I mean, I feel like it's it's more problematic in San Francisco than it is for other teams. I mean, Brett Favre never missed a game.
God, Brett
I don't know. I don't know why I brought Brett Favre into this, but
I can't stand Brett Favre. All right, well, we're done arguing about how good our defense is and us hurting their. I mean, yeah, the Niners just need to shut up. I'd say, that's kind of the moral of that story. Get your shit together. They'll be good next year. They'll be competitive. probably still be one of the best teams
We'll
in
see
the
y'all next
division,
year.
if not the best team in the division. So
Hold on, before we end it, I watched the Pro Bowl games, and the
Stupid.
third flag football game came down to who was gonna win. So it was $42,000 for the losing conference, and it was $84,000 for the winning conference. George Kittle, he gets a pass by Kirko Bangs, Kirko Chains, whatever they call him, Kirk Cousins, right in the fucking hands in the end zone, and he dropped it like a bitch, and they lost. So $42,000 for everybody gone because of Kittle. Get your shit
But I
together.
thought the NFC won though, or Eli's team won, and that's
That's true.
NFC.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I but it was close. It was close.
It was a close game. Yeah. 'cause I
that was a
remember
close
that
game.
thing at the
It
very
was
end.
too close. And
But
he sucked.
none of your 5 quarterbacks have put a ball like closer or like into like the breadbasket of Kittle more than Kirk did, and he just dropped it.
They might go after Kirk.
Negative.
They might go after.
Purdy did.
There's rumors that they should go after Kirk Cousins if the
Oh, gosh,
Niners go after any quarterback. They should go after Cousins.
I think that.
Gosh,
What about Derek
No.
Carr? Derek Carr.
Please God, no.
You don't.
Well,
you wouldn't want
okay.
Cousins played great under Shanahan before. He knows the system.
No. Because he can't win the big ones. He chokes on those big ones. Monday
Yeah,
Night
but so does
Football.
all of your quarterbacks. All of your quarterbacks. Ask Jimmy G.
How about Brock Purdy? Did he choke? No.
Yes.
No, he didn't choke. He got hurt. It's two different things.
No,
The biggest
that's
game
almost
of
choking.
biggest game of his life.
That's
Biggest game of
almost
his life.
choking. If you get hurt, that's like
But that's
It
that's
is.
choking. You get hurt.
Yeah. Paige and Dr. Heimlich.
That's- Oh my God! All right, I remember that if something were to happen to Chile, and maybe y'all said that, I'm gonna say just recap on this.
no.
Hey,
It's the
just saying.
same. It's not the same thing.
No, I know he
It's
can't
not
really
the same
play. He
thing.
can't really play. He couldn't play.
It's pathetic.
No. I mean, if he couldn't go out there and he didn't, he has to have Tommy John surgery. Like,
Oh, sad.
no, I mean that sucks. You don't hear that a lot in
That
football.
sucks.
You don't hear that a lot in football. Some people getting Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
He's not a
No,
pitcher.
no.
He's not a pitcher.
Probably the
Right.
best thing that ever happened to him. Because then, like, he'll have a year out of the league, and then, like, they're like, oh, remember all these games he won? And then he'll probably
I mean, he'll
will
be
get
back in the training camp. He'll be back in training camp. They say that he's gonna have surgery on February 22nd in Dallas, I think, and then that he should be back in training camp after that. So
It's a pretty common
But-
procedure now. A
yeah.
lot of pitchers come back stronger after Tommy John surgery. They say.
Yeah.
Before they have it. So who knows? Maybe he comes back with a rocket arm. He'll be like your Tony Romo. Will run around back there. No, we're gonna move on. No more Niners Eagles talk. No more shit talk. Well, I was
Yeah.
asking Garen if he's excited for this game this week, and then you jumped in and started talking shit like, "Yeah, eat a dick." So,
Well, I just
so
wanna
Garen.
say,
Actually,
I'm
we're
just
gonna go with Joe first. But what were you gonna
Alright.
say? What were you gonna say, Goody?
No, I'm just tired of the Niners running their mouth.
I know. But good.
we'll
Not,
see y'all next year. That's all I gotta say.
2.0.
We'll see y'all next year.
Are you excited
Maybe.
for this
Yes.
game this week?
I'm really excited.
Okay. We saw the
I think it'll be a really good game.
Harmon's out of the game. They brought Edwards-Helaire back from IR to fill his spot. Kadarius Toney and Juju Smith-Schuster have been seen at practice, not practicing, but at practice, watching walkthroughs. There's a couple of injuries. I mean, they're just banged up. They Sneed, also their corner Sneed was also seen like running around at practice as well. So it looks like they might have some more bodies that they were missing in this last in an AFC Championship game. I mean, I'm worried with Hilaire coming back. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty good.
What?
He's
Are you
good,
kidding?
man. It makes he's
There's
good
a
with him
reason
and
he's
McKinnon.
inactive, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he had an ankle injury early, and now he's been at practice. He's been practicing, and
No, okay.
he's activated from IR, probably to play.
Okay, but Pacheco is like the real problem, like because that
Yeah, but Pacheco
motherfucker
sucks in
goes
pass block.
hard.
Yeah, he
Goes
runs hard.
hard.
He runs hard, but he's a bad pass blocker.
Yeah,
And
but
he's bad
okay.
catching. McKinnon is their best complete running back. McKinnon is dangerous. So if they have McKinnon and Hilaire's able to play, and Pacheco's able to just smash people, if they have all three of them and they're actually able to play, that could be troublesome.
I know, but Pacheco's a rookie, dude. He's gonna find out like what it's really like to play in the NFL.
I'm sure
Like,
everybody's said that, and we've just watched him run over people. Just run
no,
over
no, no,
them.
no, no, no. Because I'm in that league of dorks, the dynasty league, where we only draft rookies. And me and my cousin were talking about Pacheco, and Pacheco went early, like first round, I think. So like my cousin traded up to get him. So like he's been on the radar. Like it's not like I'm surprised. It's just I just don't think it's like, okay, son, you had a good year, and now we're gonna fucking end your season. Period.
All right, well, Joe, what do you think? Not into bets or anything like that. Just give me your kind of take on.
I have bets though, by the way. Just
No, I assume y'all both do, but I mean, what boy under the stairs, hiding under the bed? What, what's your take on this, on these pieces coming back? Harmon being down is huge. I think that's really big. If they get Schuster back, and they also get Kadarius Toney, those are good playmakers.
Is he?
They can be.
Yeah.
It makes it more difficult.
It can be. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they use Juju. 'Cause I was actually going to bet his under on receptions until I learned that Kadarius Toney and McCole Hardman were out. So they're going to have to use him a lot more. They're going to have to use these pieces that they haven't used for weeks, and there's not a whole lot of like film on them or anything, so it'll be interesting to see how they utilize them. I don't know. Honestly, I think it'll do more harm than good. I think it's going to hurt the Chiefs' offense, and it's going to allow the Eagles' defense to focus on Kelsey a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, Kazir White and CJ they're good at, they can drop down and cover on that linebacker, which will be really interesting to see. Kazir White's an underrated cover guy. He's really fast and aggressive. TJ Edwards kind of just like roams the middle of the field and really plays against the run, and obviously Reddick really rushes after the passer. But with those big guys in front of him, because it's true, I agree with you, Andy. Pacheco, while he is tough, we have a very big defensive front. I mean, you honestly could see a bunch of Jordan Davis in spurts in this game as well. Maybe he'll get a couple drives just to plug up the middle, because all of their running backs are undersized. They're not.
I could see Andy Reid just abandoning the run game, like, period, because that's what he does in general. Like in these type of games where it's just like all of a sudden Mahomes is throwing it like 40 fucking times or 50 times or whatever. Like, but at the same time, Mahomes, I don't know how his ankle's doing or whatever it was. But I could just see like Pacheco like having like 5 runs for like 4 yards, and then they just stop giving him the ball.
Yeah, that would be classic Andy Reid. I mean, if the strength of this Chiefs offense is like their center and their guard positions, the weak spots, their tackles. So if they really do decide to abandon the run and just sit back and drop back to pass, that plays into the strength of the Eagles defense to begin with. So, you know, if Slay's covering, like, what's his name?
Exactly. What's his name?
MSG, whatever his name is. No, Montez Valdez-Scantling. Like that receiver, he's actually healthy. Or Juju Smith-Schuster on Bradbury. Those are definite matchups. They definitely have the speed and athletic advantage on the outsides. You're going to have Avonte Maddox is out of a boot, roaming around, looking like he's going to be able to play. That's also really big if he's able to cover that slot position, because he can also cover Kelsey as well. Don't forget about Blankenship knocking heads around. I don't like the Chiefs' offense overall against it, but if they're able to have all 3 running backs healthy and they're able to get some sort of run game going, it could be a lot of misdirection and it could cause problems. If they choose to go and line up in man, get after the quarterback and miss on some runs. Like that's how you can beat the blitz by running the ball as well. Like, and if you do, you can gash the fuck out of it because everybody collapse on one side, and they have some small shifty guys. McKinnon's no joke.
We've seen him on the Washington football team. He's borderline a joke.
Who is?
McKinnon.
Shit. Bro, that man had what? How many touches did he have receiving? Was it like 10 this year?
Yeah, something like that.
As a running back?
Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah. How many did Miles Sanders have?
Well, he had
Receiving?
rushing.
Rushing touchdowns, yeah. Receiving, probably nowhere near.
What about Boston Scott? Don't sleep on our running backs.
Oh, I don't think he is. Now they're saying Riddick for MVP, but I'm like, dude, Gainwell. It's gonna.
I said that last week.
That Gainwell scooping up 2 tutties, man.
The odds on Riddick are pretty tasty.
That's like 32 to 1 or something.
It's I'll pull it up, but yeah, it's crazy.
Well, so last week when I said it, he was at plus 5,000.
Who,
that number
Riddick?
is crashed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
No, I mean it's still really like high. Let me just pull it up on. But you guys keep your shit going.
Did you put money down on that, bro?
No, I was thinking about it.
You did? Let's go. 2.0. That's why I give you that's what I'm talking about, son. That's the bet you place, boy.
Yeah, so he's plus 2,500 right now.
They're about to vote in Texas if you're allowed to gamble online and do gambling in the state of Texas. Texas weak as fuck, bro. Texas is weak as fuck when it comes to that.
Yeah, and then your boy Mattress Mac, he like came out. And
yeah, he's like flying around like, I'm gonna put my dick in $50 million for the Kansas City Royals to win the Stanley Cup. You're like, what? Get the fuck out of here, Matt. I hate Mattress Mac.
Why? He's like a elderly man. Like, just give him a break.
He's like a wannabe Jerry Jones. How am I gonna like a wannabe?
Jerry Jones isn't throwing millions of dollars on like random sports.
Jerry Jones has got a little bit more class and a little more business savvy.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's like a known, anti-integration advocate.
Yeah, and
there's
like
pictures, but I am saying fuck Mattress Mac. Mattress Mac's annoying. He represents everything that's annoying about a Houston Astros fan. Like Mattress Mac is a tool and a half. I gotta get my wheelbarrow out, and everybody's like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about." Look at that old ass man who's gonna write all this shit off. But if he loses, like he does most of the time, he's made like one big one. Everyone's like, "Oh man, he's a genius." Fuck Mattress Mac, dude.
I didn't even know who the fuck this guy was until this podcast started. Like when you like educated me on it. But then like recently, I forget who it was, but like out here in California, like somebody was like, apparently like this old guy like bet like $1 million, and I was like, oh yeah, that's Mattress Mac. He's like, wait, what? And like I had to explain to him, and I couldn't believe that I was explaining to him who the fuck that guy was, because I have no idea. like there's no like publicity out here. Like he might as well just be like,
it's like he does imaginary. It exclusively for like the city of Houston. It's like, oh, come on, guys. Like, I'm going to give everybody a bed. Like, how many beds can this motherfucker give you? At what point is it's like everybody's got one? Like, if you keep doing this, you keep giving them half off. Like, fuck you, dude. You're writing all this shit off. You're got wheelbarrows with golden handles. You're just like a broke ass. You're like a poor man's Jerry Jones, dude.
No,
like,
dude.
He's like Joe Cash from those old Westway Ford commercials with the big ass cowboy hat and those goofy ass glasses with the dollar signs. Wow, Westway Ford. That motherfucker. That is who Mattress Mac is. He is the Westway Ford.
I haven't heard that in a while.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, son.
He's a more rich Rick Stacy, and as a fellow degenerate like he is, like I just have to get his back. Like I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
You can't compare the two because Rick Stacy would sit there and set money on fire and be just like, buy my shit because I burn money. That's totally different than like, hey, poor people.
He's
No.
burning his money.
No, he's not. He's like, I'm gonna gamble it and hopefully I win.
Basically.
Nah.
But he doesn't.
He's the
so
Westway
it's
Ford guy. He's like,
he might as well
Mac.
throw it into a fucking bonfire. Shit.
Blah blah Westway Ford. Westway Ford. You know what I'm talking about? That show is awesome.
Remember that?
Yeah, I think it was like Joe Cash or something. He was like, "Hey, come get this Toyota Corolla for like $1,200, brand new." You're like, "What the fuck?" Go back and watch.
Is he sponsoring the podcast? Like, why are we hyping him up?
Cause that's like Dallas.
better pay us.
Dallas history. That's like Dalworth Clean. I'll plug Dalworth Clean all day. I'll do.
No. As your attorney,
588-2300 Empire today. Yeah, I'll do it all day, dude. Scoop us up. Let's go. Hit me up.
Dude, I need to see the money.
The Texas Hammer, Jim Adler, the tough, smart lawyer. Like, hit me up, dude. I'm trying to do this. Ramos and Ramos, whatever the fuck. Sponsor the podcast.
Like, I don't know what the agenda is on this podcast, but I have some crazy prop bets that are real that will blow everybody's mind.
You get a round of applause for that. That's a pretty good sell job. Blow everyone's mind. Joseph with the computer. Man out of the stairs.
No. These aren't bets that I made. These are bets that you can make. Can I just go through a couple?
Well, I mean, are we gonna get? Are we okay
Well,
with
I
getting?
got one too. If you don't mention it.
If we are we okay? Are we good to get into bets? I just press the music. Fine, we'll do bets.
All right, y'all. This is real. This is available to bet on. The Andy Reid special. If the Chiefs win, will Andy Reid be doused in barbecue sauce after the game? Yes, plus 1,600. No, minus 15,000. So instead of Gatorade, barbecue sauce. This is real. Okay,
That's amazing.
Another Andy Reid special. This one's a little bit more tame. Will Andy Reid wear a Hawaiian shirt during the Super Bowl? Plus 1,600 on yes. Andy Reid special. Will he eat a cheeseburger before the end of the Super Bowl broadcast? This is only plus 650 and minus 1,400 on the no. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, and I think maybe all four of us should go in on it. Andy Reid special. Will the words burger or cheeseburger be said by Andy Reid during the post-game interview? It's only minus 220 on the no, plus 165 on the yes. To say cheeseburger in a post-game interview? The fuck are we? What's happening? What is happening now? And I'll leave 2.0 with this. This is not an Andy Reid special, but this is fucking stupid. How many TikTok videos will Jackson Mahomes, I guess that's Patrick Mahomes' brother, I don't know, post?
He's annoying as fuck.
How many TikTok videos will Jackson Mahomes post during the Super Bowl? Over-unders at 1.5.
Over.
Like,
over
we're
1.5.
Hammering the over.
Hammering the over.
Like, I mean, what are you talking about? Like, the Super Bowl's like 5 hours. Do you think this guy can just help, like, can't help himself, but post like only 1.5? Like, and you're getting minus 220 on that? Come on. Like, that's how.
Bad about I was like, is there no bad with Juju Smith and Jackson doing the TikTok together?
Yeah, Juju Smith. That's why I don't like him, because he did like a stupid
So you're like, I'm gonna dance on your logo. Yeah. I'm gonna dance on that. Everybody watch me dance on it. That's cheese. That's kind of cornball. He's kind of corny.
I feel like his career fell off like that day.
See, like there was an era of the diva receiver that was like tight, where you were like, man, like T.O. was a dick, but T.O. was out there like doing crunches and shit. You were just like, dude, this dude would like flip a Yugo right now. This guy is a fucking monster. If he plays for we just watched him play in the Super Bowl on a broken ankle, and if they would have won, he might have won MVP out there beasting on people. And now they're like, oh, I got TikTok dance. And then he got like hurt, and then like after that, after he stopped TikTok dancing, he's kind of like dropped off. Like it's weird. There's no one that's like hard. Everybody's kind of corny.
Yeah, and then hold on, I forgot this last one. So there's something called the Drake curse.
Yeah,
so whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what team apparel will Drake be wearing on Super Bowl Sunday? And for the Chiefs, it's -350, and for the Eagles, it's +245.
I think
he better not put some Eagles fucking gear on. I swear to
Chiefs. I think he wears Chiefs.
Yeah, because he's a bitch.
Oh, Eagles, you go Eagles.
Yeah, I am who I am. I became friends with Mahomes on the gram.
He does bet like big money on.
I was
games,
doing
though.
TikToks with Jackson Mahomes all night, all night, all right. TikTok through the night. Went downstairs and he had a diet Sprite.
It's not a rolly. Okay. Also, first
Didn't
team
get lost. He had a night light.
First commercial. Yeah, you get options here. Avocados from Mexico versus Hellman's. Doritos versus M&M's. Doritos versus Pringles. Experian versus Rakuten. Heineken versus Budweiser. So I guess it's like who goes first. It's not like the very first commercial. It's like which one
will be
is
like
going to be
the big plug. Like which one of these will you see first?
Yeah. There's money on this. I think Heineken over Budweiser would be solid because they got the Heineken Zero that they're trying to like pump.
Yeah, and Heineken will do something like 2 or 3, as Bud will have like one mega long one that they'll play twice, and then they'll have different chopped up variations of that mega long one. So they'll probably have like 2 or 3 base commercials, and then there'll be short variations or little like, like this is the 30-second outtake, because they spread their money the fuck out. Heineken will be like, oh, okay, we have like 2 main commercials. We're going to run them like first half, second half, but they're not going to be that different. Like, but they'll be long and like, and it'll be some race car. And it'll be like, Heineken Zero, drink race cars or drink and drive race cars. Drink and drive race cars because there's 0 alcohol and 0 carbs. 0 liquid in the bottle. Heineken Zero, it's empty.
There's one that we could hammer. It's I don't even know what this is. Like the company's called Popcorners, and it's versus Pringles, and it's even odds.
Well,
What about the color of Rihanna's first outfit? What, like, if you were to guess, which one is like the favorite?
Probably red. Although in the commercial she's wearing black, and it's a black and white background, and her hair, she looks like a Who from Whoville. So it's probably like black or black and white. Is there odds for 2 colors?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, purple pink is one category. That's +800, but +850 on the red. So red's not even like a contender here. Black is -110 or -110, so that is the favorite. You have to lay juice in order to bet on black for Rihanna. Orange +1800. Think about it.
Ooh, and you know what? It's in Arizona.
What does that mean?
They like orange. Everything's orange or khaki or beige or tan or, some boring ass fucked up color. So I could see orange, which they're like, ooh, and the Suns are orange. Right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, but the Cardinals are red.
Oranges are orange. I'm just saying.
That is true. I heard that from somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like oranges are orange. How many times will Roger Goodell be shown? Over unders at 1.5.
It'd be over 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Because it'll be him. It'll be like, oh, he's sitting up there with Gucci Man. He'll do something. Well, or Meek Mill. He'll be with someone.
Well, Meek Mill, it makes sense.
And then or Jay-Z. Jay-Z will be up there.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart, Jay-Z, Mark Wahlberg, The Rock.
Bradley Cooper.
That, like, oh my God, is there odds on that? Where there'll be a camera shot of the Mark Wahlberg, The Rock, Kevin Hart, and Meek
And
Mill
Bradley Cooper.
and Meek Mill and Bradley Cooper and Mike Trout all in the like, oh man, look at us, we're taking over the world.
That's right. That's right. And so Sylvester Stallone.
No, and Jerry Jones in the background being like, God damn it, God shit, mother. Fucking Dak. We're going all in. I'm going all in next year, like the Eagles did this year. Did y'all hear that stupid shit where Jerry Jones was like, some teams like the Rams and the Eagles, they go all in and they're going to pay for it later because they wasted their future to win now. I was like, okay, the Rams, yeah. Everybody would say that about the Rams. But I was like, what are you talking about? The Eagles what are you talking about? How did they go out?
And we crushed the draft. Like,
we have a top 10 pick. We have 2 first-round pick. Like, what is he? He's like, they mortgaged their future. I was like, on what? The future? That doesn't make any sense, you idiot. That makes no. What do you know?
Dude, you're triggering Russell Wilson by saying future. So
my boy broke. He's been saving. He is broke as fuck. He's been like, just, been real smart with his money. And I tell you what, he's gonna pay for it later when he's got a whole lot of nothing because he saved it all. Like, that makes no sense. You'd like slap that man and be like, leave, get off my property now. You're trespassed. I will shoot you.
Would y'all give up for AJ Brown though?
Nothing.
No, nothing. We swapped a first-round pick and some seconds because we were going to draft Traylon Burks. We were going to draft Traylon Burks, and then rather than that, we just traded the pick. And then we swapped first-round picks and got Gardner Johnson. And now we have a top 10 pick. And then we still have whatever our pick is, so 31st or 32nd.
32nd.
But we also picked up, more second-round picks. So, we could push back that our last first-round pick to next year and get more. We can do whatever we want. They have so many options, and you got to think of. And this is a big point, and this is what I've talked about. People, there's a difference. You guys have been smart about it as well. The Broncos have been. They just suck at picking, quarterbacks, and in my opinion, coaches. Because fuck Sean Payton all day. Smoke a pole. Let's ride. Sorry, we're in the Super Bowl, so I'm just riding this wave, man. But, the Eagles have paid Mailata on a 5+ year deal. Josh Sweat, Dallas Goedert has also been paid as well. Jordan Davis is under a first-round rookie deal. Same with Devontae Smith. You got over 5 years left on an extension. Remember, they extended A.J. Brown's deal. So he's not even started this new deal. That doesn't kick in until the beginning of next year. So he's still on his original deal right now. And Devontae Smith is obviously on a first-round draft pick deal. Dickerson's on a first-round draft pick deal. Juergens is going to be on a second round. So you think about these players I'm naming, they have 4 years minimum with every single one of those people that I just named, all at whatever their pay rates are now, whether they paid them more or they're choosing or they're going to have to pay them later. So that's such a big advantage when it comes to drafting continuously. Kelsey's one of Lane Johnson. Those are 2 of our highest paid players. They leave. We're replacing them with other people that are top tier talent. Like Dickerson is a Pro Bowler and he's in his 2nd year. That's absurd. And then if we extend him, he'll want to stay. And we've already paid Mailata. We paid Mailata last year on a 5-year deal, and we played Goddard. So Goddard, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, our left tackle, our right guard, our future starting center are all under contract for the next 4 to 5 years and are all top 10 at their positions right now currently in the league. That's fucking crazy when you think about those pieces. Sorry, I know that's a tangent, but no one thinks about the cap like that. So when Jerry Jones talks about
Jones doesn't think about the cap like that because he's an idiot.
Well, no, exactly. But to say that the Eagles have mortgaged their future is dumb. That's the most out of touch thing. They need to replace that guy.
All right, here we go. Number of beers sold during the game at the stadium, over under 120,000.
Sold at the game? Does that include?
What's the capacity of the stadium?
I don't know. That's what we need to figure out.
And does that include beers that are bought for private areas?
Yeah, it says applies to the State Farm Stadium officials' confirmation of numbers sold during Super Bowl 57 event by the end of February 2023.
And you said it's 120,000?
Over under.
Over.
The under is the favorite right now, but it's
Yeah,
close.
I'd go over. I'd bet the over.
And then
Yeah,
number.
the capacity for the stadium is 63,400, with the
Oh, okay.
ability to expand to 73,000 for mega events. Now, I assume the Super Bowl would qualify as a
Yeah.
mega event.
So that's less than 2 beers a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, hammer the over on that. Number of hot dogs sold. 17,000 over under.
Under.
Okay.
Well, what's the favorite?
The under
Nachos?
is minus 225. Nachos.
All right, what other wild bets do you have? These are interesting. You went deep in the bets, man.
I'm still going.
Yeah,
deep.
man.
You got a gambling problem.
I'm just telling you what my sports book is offering as bets.
No, I
And
know. I'm just saying they're just so wild that like somebody's like, oh man, that barbecue sauce bet's easy. Like if you could take, all right, I'm gonna take like 50 grand and I'm gonna bet on like that's not gonna be barbecue sauce that's dumped on it and it's gonna be Gatorade. That's if you bet $1,500 on that, that's an easy cash in. It's not a lot, but it's something.
It says that he'll be doused in it. Okay, here's another one. What will happen to the price of Bitcoin during the Super Bowl? Price of Bitcoin goes up, price of Bitcoin goes down.
Ooh, I say up, honestly.
It's pretty much even odds. Up is minus 130 and even for down. What about the price of Ethereum? That's another fucking bet. This is so stupid. The price of Ripple. I don't even know what Ripple is, and like I dabble in this shit.
You're still dabbling in the crypto, bro?
No, I'm not. But you know what I'm saying.
I was like, whoa, man, be careful. You told me you were out. We were all
No.
supposed to be out.
I'm personally out, but like I'm just in the.
You gotta take your money and run.
Yeah, no, my money's out. My money's out. It's just.
Yeah.
Will any player be ejected for throwing a punch?
No.
Plus 725 on the yes. Will any player propose to his girlfriend on the field after the game?
It happened it happened with the Bucks. I remember that.
Christian McCaffrey, not engaged to his girlfriend, who's like a TikTok star. I just saw her on a podcast.
Yeah, but he's not in the Super Bowl because he sucks.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Woo!
Hold up.
That was a trick question. Will either kicker hit the upright or crossbar on a missed field goal or extra point?
Ooh, I'd bet yes.
where's
Just
my
because what's the
Harvey
odds on that? What's the odds
You're
on that? Yes.
getting plus 375 on the yes.
Ooh, I'd bet yes on that.
Right? Take 2.0. You should be taking notes on Joseph's inclinations.
Oh no, those are just like I'd be like, oh, I'd bet that. That'd be intense.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you guys bet together?
No, I let him. That's his.
I know he bets, but I figured you had some input.
Well,
Will the first down measurement chains be broken during the Super Bowl? I don't even know what that means.
That happened during the first playoff game for the Eagles. The chains broke. They had to like tape them together with like spat wrap. It was hilarious.
Here's another one. Will the power go out during the Super Bowl like it did in that fucking Niners Ravens game? Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. I'd say no.
Yeah.
Will the sports drink liquid be poured on the winning coach of the Super Bowl before the end of the game? The yes is minus 170.
Yeah, that's what people are saying. People are thinking it's going to be a blowout. Not either way, but
so he gets poured on before
like before it goes 0. So it'd be like a minute 20, and they're standing on the sideline, but it's like out of reach, 10-point, or they have the ball and they're kneeling and they get splashed before it goes 0 and they walk on the field.
Okay, so now I'm officially like, there's a lot more that I like skip through, but this is the end of the list, and this is the fucking weirdest shit I've ever seen. Will Tom Cruise parachute into the stadium and hand deliver the game ball to the referees? That is a bet you can bet on. Will that happen?
What's the yes?
Yes is plus 2,500.
That would be wild. Would it be a promotion for
What? Mission Impossible?
Yeah, Mission Impossible.
That'd be the only thing.
Not only does he have to parachute into the stadium, he has to hand the ball to the referee.
Like at the 50, at the coin toss, that'd be tight.
There's something like that makes me feel like that they know that this is gonna happen, but at the same time, why would they put it at plus 2,500 if they knew? Because then they would just get murked.
Right. I gotta see this.
Dude, that would be wild if that happened. He'd be like, he's like, I'm here representing Scientology and L. Ron Hubbard. Hello, Arizona. Yeah, it cuts to Meghan McCain. She's like, yay!
Meghan McCain have to do this.
Because she's the princess of Arizona, dude.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant Scientology. I was like, pretty sure she's not into that.
No, she'd just be excited because it's him. She'd be like, he does his own stunts.
All right, so 2.0. Sorry to take that long on the bets, but I just felt like they were relevant.
That was intense.
No, absolutely.
Those were wild bets. Let's hear yours 2.0. Top that.
All right, so I got some actual plays.
Oh, shots fired, dude. I love that, dude.
Like I said last week, I'm taking the Eagles first half team total over 12.5 points. Let me see if I can find my notes. They're the number one team in the first half offense. Throughout the course of the year, they hit this number last week pretty easily. Can't find my notes, but you can go look at last week's episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna like fire shots at me, and you can't even like bring your notes to the game. Come on, man.
So I got 3 prop bets and then a 10-team prop parlay. That's plus 8,000.
Ooh.
So the first prop bet I like is Devontae Smith over 64.5 receiving yards at
definitely.
minus 114.
Definitely.
So he's hit this total in 4 out of the last 6 games. In 3 of those games, he went over 100 yards receiving. He also averages just over 8 targets a game, so that gives him plenty of opportunities to get over this number. And with the Eagles having so many weapons for the Chiefs defense to have to focus on, the Chiefs defense is not very strong in the first place.
Facts.
Having to deal with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, who's going to be running the ball a lot more because it's the Super Bowl. The Eagles aren't afraid to lose them. Yeah, Dallas Goedert as well. Like, they're going to find opportunities to get Devontae Smith the ball. So I like his over 64.5 receiving yards. I also like Jalen Hurts to have 2+ passing touchdowns. Because if the Eagles want to win this game, they're going to need to throw the ball. I fully expect them to use Jalen Hurts' legs more, being that it is the Super Bowl, and if he gets hurt, they'll just like give him a shot of something and send him back in the game. But
Any given Sunday style.
yeah.
Steamin' Willie Beeman.
Mm-hmm. Then also, like, with his legs, like, that's going to keep the Chiefs' defense. It's going to keep the defenders' eyes in the backfield more. So this is gonna allow Hurts to have more success in the passing game, especially on play action. And so I think they need to throw the ball if they want to win this game, and so I like him to go over 2+ passing touchdowns.
I like that play too. Especially, you got to think if they're able to do that, make them pause. Goddard 1-on-1, Devontae Smith 1-on-1. If you're going to double, your best corner is going to be following around, and you're going to give safety help to A.J. Brown. Devontae Smith's a nightmare.
Mhm. The odds on that are -126. I did not say that.
For the 2 passing touchdowns?
Yeah.
All right. What's the next one in this prop conundrum?
We got Jerick McKinnon over 22.5 receiving yards at -124. So he's gotten over this number 9 of the last 12 games and is averaging 39 receiving yards during that stretch. Like we talked about earlier, McCole Hardman and Kadarius Toney. Well, so Hardman's ruled out for the game. Kadarius Toney is listed as questionable. So with those two not being able to play, or only one of them not being able to play, look for the Chiefs to utilize their running backs more in the passing game. The other reason I like this bet is because with the Eagles' pass rush, there's going to be times when Patrick Mahomes is forced to get the ball out fast. And one of the classic ways that NFL teams do that, if they know they don't have enough people to block everybody that the Eagles are bringing, they'll just send their wide receiver out on a little swing route, let the defense come to the quarterback and dump it off to the running back. So I think they'll use that a lot. That'll let McKinnon get into some open space and should be able to hit this number.
I agree. That makes sense. It's what, 22.5 you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if our pass rush is getting after him, yeah, those little flare out dump offs, quick check with me's, or as a hot route, even lining him up and running wide receiver screens with him where he cuts into the middle out of a 5 wide to like flare him out. They're going to use him in motion. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And then some like weird, the spirit of Andy's weird prop bets. So
They're not mine.
three
They're
that
not
I
mine.
am personally playing are the national anthem over 2 minutes and 7 seconds. I like this because so Chris Stapleton is singing the national anthem. You know, a country guy. He wants to make it. Wants his time to be memorable. You know, so he's gonna go out there, hold notes extra long. So I think he'll go over this number. It is juiced to -160, so that seems to be the general consensus as well.
You can't
I
lay
like-
juice on a prop bet, dude. You just can't do it. Like, but also, have you has he ever sang the national anthem like at a sporting event, like where you can pull it up on YouTube and then time it? Because that's
No.
that's the research you need to do. 2.0.
iRobot can't
He
do
hasn't.
that.
I can tell you that he has not.
I don't even know who Chris Stapleton is.
That's why he's going to sing for how long? 2 minutes and what?
7
7.
seconds.
Yeah.
How long does it take to sing the national anthem on average?
I don't know.
I'm gonna
But
look.
I also know
if you
that.
just see-
I was
you
just gonna-
see
I
it
was-
regularly. I think it's too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, people do scout out like when they're like practicing like ahead of the game, and then like we'll report on it, like how long it took. So that might be a bet you want to put in like a little bit late till you get the information.
How long do you think it is?
I don't think that there is like a set.
The average, the Super Bowl national anthem trends. It's 125 seconds translates, and it's 2 minutes and 5
minutes and 5 seconds. Yeah.
which is a bit longer than recent renditions. Over the last 5 years, the official duration has been 119 seconds.
Hear that? So they're both under. The average is under, and the recent ones are under.
So it's 9 more seconds, 9 seconds above the average,
Yeah, take the under on that.
and 2 seconds above. Yeah.
But how many times have country music singers sing the national anthem, and how many times have they either gone over or under?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, that's like getting into the weeds. But I mean, I could see him being like a good old boy where he's like he doesn't want to like fuck it up, so he's like, let me just get this out and get out.
In 2021, the rendition of the national anthem ran for 2 minutes and 17 seconds last year.
Who was that? I forget who sang it.
Jasmine Sullivan and Eric Church's rendition, whatever.
Well, that's 2 people, so maybe that
Just saying.
Right. Well,
That's a lot of looked up right now where people are looking at this bet and trying to decide if they want to put money on it or not.
well, the reason why I think it deserves scrutiny is because this is a part of a 10 leg parlay. So you
No,
get that.
this is not part of the parlay. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's
I was gonna
just
say.
reading off prop bets.
I was like, if you fuck that up, like you'd be so mad at yourself.
Nah, the other two like kind of odd ones that I like are yellow or lime for the Gatorade color at plus 210. Then also how many players will have a passing attempt? You can bet over 2.5 at plus 150. I like that number
That's
because
a lock. That's a lock. Yeah.
Andy Reid, he likes to get creative on offense. They're already limited as to the number of they're already limited on offense as it is with all the injuries, and so they're gonna have to get creative. I could see them doing some kind of like fake screen and then.
Or how about this?
Right.
How about this? Like a quarterback gets hurt for a second, then you're gonna have like a third quarterback. So you not only do you have like a trick play, the Philly special. You know, it's like we coined it in the fucking Super Bowl, and there's a statue outside of the goddamn stadium like about it. So yeah, over 2.5, and you're getting points on that. Or I mean, you're getting money on that. Like you
Yeah,
don't have
plus
to.
150.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think
Sorry, there's people being loud outside.
You're fine.
It's okay.
You like living.
Then so the 10-leg parlay. So I put it in the notes if you want to pull it up, so people can just like pause the video or something if they want to actually bet it.
Yeah, pull it up, Joseph.
Hold on. Sorry, now you got me. I'm looking up weird prop bets.
Yeah, turn the TikTok camera on. We have hot takes right now. You think he's gonna bring back some like college co-eds with their titties out?
Oh, is this it right here? Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, hold on. All right, well I've got the bet pulled up.
Yeah, well, we don't even have 2.0 anymore.
Had to go ask them to be a little quieter.
Oh, came out from under the bed. He ain't scared no more. New man, new woman. New man, new world. He saw Monsters Inc. and changed his mind. All right, what's up?
What did you say to them? Did you say, "Hey, I've got a fucking worldwide podcast that's streaming right now. Can you shut the fuck up?" Also,
they actually handed me a beer.
I was gonna just say that. I was like, "Hey, can you give me a beer?"
Yeah, they handed me a beer because they're doing like it's
Keystone
like
Light
or whatever. They basically like bring over,
a bunch of like perspectives, like
yeah, it was like it's people that at our school we do like a year-long rushing and pledging process. We just don't have enough kids to do it for every semester.
I see.
So like all the pledges, they come over, they bring drinks and hand them out to all the actives, and we have to go have one drink with them. But
not a terrible policy.
Like free drinks is
Right.
good. All right, so the parlay. So we got Travis Kelce at 1+ touchdowns at minus 150. So you can bet any of these individually if you like. Got Jalen Hurts 1+ touchdown. Hassan Reddick to have 1 or more sacks. AJ Brown to have 5 or more receptions. So in the prop bet, for my book at least, the number was, so if you want to do like 6 receptions, it's like plus 100 or something like that. I took it down to 5. Worse odds on it, but like a better chance of hitting. And then if it's in a parlay, they're all stacked together. So you don't get as good of odds on the parlay, but like still plus 8,000. Then, so I did that with the Travis Kelce receptions as well. Same thing with Devontae Smith. I already talked about that a little bit earlier as to why I think he's going to have a big game.
Yeah, it's plus 5.
Then Miles Sanders, over 54 rushing yards. I think he's been very inconsistent this season, but like it's a Super Bowl. They lean on him in close games. This is the biggest game of the year. They aren't gonna like try and like hope that Kenneth Gainwell or Boston Scott have a good day. They're gonna lean on him early. If he isn't producing, then they'll go a different direction. But at the start of the game, they're gonna lean on him. So we're gonna hope that he has a good day. Then Devontae Smith, 56 over 56 receiving yards. So took this down 10 yards from the player prop that I talked about earlier. Same exact concept. Jerick McKinnon over 22.5 receiving yards. Jalen Hurts 2+ passing touchdowns, and then Dallas Goedert over 51 receiving yards. And that's all at a plus 8,000 parlay.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about the AJ Brown one.
Well, so I forget the exact numbers on that, but like when AJ Brown has like 5+ receptions, the Eagles are like 8-0. Like they're undefeated when he's involved in the game. And so it's kind of like what the Bengals did last week, or I guess 2 weeks ago with Jamar Chase. They're going to hit him with a lot of short stuff early, try and get him involved in the game.
Yeah.
Like force the defense to have to pay attention to him. So like they're going to want to get him involved early. He's their best wide receiver. He's their number one weapon. Get him involved early, get the defense thinking about him, and then they'll like disperse it to their other weapons.
Yeah.
Would you say that? Would you say he's number one over Devontae?
The number one receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like 400, almost 500 more yards.
I don't know.
Yeah, like AJ Brown, he just does it and like he's just a monster and his
No, I know. I would say he's the number one on probably like 90% of the teams. I just didn't know if like the Slim Reaper was like
Slim Reaper had more catches, but AJ Brown had substantially more yards, and they're both very good. But I mean, I think what's the prop bet on the first play of the game being for the Eagles on offense being a pass play to AJ Brown, because they'll probably throw him some quick slants early. The first
that
play
does exist. That does exist.
Yeah, the first play could easily go to AJ Brown on like something quick where he gets the ball 2-3 yards, makes a move, and then tries to run. Like they're gonna, because the way to get after this Chiefs defense is to be physical. And while Devontae Smith is like, I love Devontae Smith. AJ Brown is more physical. Devontae Smith is like a tactician, so he's gonna get his throughout the game. But he gets it in a lot more effortless of a way because of how he goes about doing his job. AJ Brown's like, give me the ball quick and let me hurt somebody. And with the injuries they have, the tackling kind of being sloppy for the Chiefs, and it's really they have a decent pass rush and they can create turnovers if they get in your face. Other than that, you can pop these guys in the mouth. AJ Brown was kind of non-existent last game. He's been kind of like absent in the playoffs, so I could easily see him having more than 5 receptions, maybe even 5 in the first half. And I know that sounds crazy, but they're probably going to force him the ball in the first 2 to 3 offensive drives. He's going to get at least like 5 to 6 looks, and then some of them are going to be like quick looks. Maybe.
I thought that was like definitely a prop bet. But the one that I actually did see was who's going to be shown first during the national anthem, Travis Kelce or AJ Brown?
Oh, Travis Kelce.
Yeah, well, he's the favorite.
Oh yeah, unless AJ Brown's standing next to Jalen Hurts, because they'll show probably Mahomes first, then they'll show Hurts.
It's not even an option. Those are the only two.
I would say Travis Kelce just because of the family, like the Kelce bowl kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if for some reason they probably show the quarterbacks first, and if AJ Brown is standing next to Jalen Hurts,
gotcha.
And they went Mahomes.
No. Fox broadcast, people in the background do not count towards wager.
Oh, well,
so
then it's
so
Kelce.
if they're yeah.
That's Kelce.
That's so weird that they put like
AJ Brown would be like the 4th or 5th person shown.
So Kelsey's at minus 185 on that. But then if you just say who will be shown first, Kansas City Chiefs player or staff or Eagles player or staff, that's only minus 165. So I guess that factors in. It could be Mahomes first.
Joe, did you lay money down on this plus 8,000 parlay?
Not yet. I actually wanted to see like how much you think we should throw on there. See if you had any like tweaks or anything like that, because like you always talked about doing like a big parlay for the Super Bowl. So
I mean, I like.
So if you bet $100, you make it 8,000. Like, do you have to
also
go
$100.
bigger than that? I know it's $100, but I mean,
yeah. I mean, if you can, you put like 400 on it.
I know, but that's crazy.
Is that crazy? It's $400.
Then you got I'm saying then you got the IRS involved because you had $36,000 that you need to cash out.
Hell yeah. Then I call my dad and and I'm like, Dad, I need to figure this shit out. And he's like, well, son. He figures it out. I'm like, Dad, figure this shit out. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You got like,
well, I'm just saying these are things you need to think about.
Math skill. I know. I've done it before. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I don't know, make it go away.
Exactly. So like, yeah, because like if you're going into this bet, you expect to win. So if you expect to win,
this is like
you need to like realize
Kelsey touchdown. Sure, Jalen Hurts one touchdown that's a pass or a rush.
No. I'm just saying.
No, that's a run only.
Oh, run only. Then even then,
that's a run only.
Run only. Then still, I still think that they try to push.
Joseph, I'm not criticizing the bet. What I'm saying is you need to launder $36,000.
Or we just, leave it and just continue to bet. We just leave it in limbo.
Well, eventually you want some of this money. $36,000, you're going to leave it to bet? Like for what? The rest of your life?
Yeah, for the robot? Yes. Yes.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? Like the tax man might come and get you.
He ain't coming for me.
So what is
tax man calling me on the phone? He thinks I'm white.
To...
And he's like, hey, I'm so sorry. I called you, Mr. Thomas Huggins. I apologize. I didn't mean to intrude. Oh, don't worry about it.
I will say this, like in January 2021, I did have a float of $70,000 in my poker account, and I never claimed any of it.
What? I mean, what tax? Let's say we put 400 down on it and we win 36. What's the tax percentage we have to pay on
that? I think it's capital gains like style, so it's like probably like 20% or something.
Yeah, fuck it, whatever, 20%. Okay, take it.
But just be prepared for that.
I'm prepared for it.
What would be for if it was 8,000 though? I'm just trying to understand it a little bit.
If it was like 8,000,
I think it's all the same.
8,000.
Pay it.
Yeah, okay. I think it's all the same.
No, dude, we at least put like $400 on that, at least. So because then we just got bets for forever. And the last time the Eagles were in the Super Bowl, I had a wild ass bet on it, and I won a shit ton of money.
2.0 has student loans he needs to pay off. He's gonna have a baby mama because he doesn't listen to me when I say wrap it up. After every podcast, and so we have child support.
Well, sometimes like an absent dad, you miss podcasts and you're not here to tell him to wrap it up, and he forgets because he's just a young boy and he needs constant, consistent guidance.
I know. That's my
bad. What do you think about that?
I think it's true. I think it's true.
And then you got me, the uncle. I'm not the stepdad. I'm just the dad that stepped up on the podcast, and I can't, I can't do this for everyone. No, I say we put $400 down on it. You're betting my money anyways, so $400 down on it because even as we continue the,
you guys even have 400 left.
He places like bet separate from it. I mean,
I know. I'm just
if it was zero, he would. You better tell me if it goes to zero so I can give you more, son. Let's go. I just got my bonus the other day. Let's make this happen. Do you want to put like $1,000 down on that? I will.
No.
Why not?
I'm talking you all out because then what?
What else am I gonna do with it? Look at it.
$80,000 that you're gonna fucking deal with.
Let's go, bro. Let's fucking go.
Let's say that Miles Sanders goes for 40 yards and you hit all 9 other than that and you put 1,000 on it. You the depression that you guys would both feel.
I wouldn't be depressed. I'd be like, shit, that would have been awesome.
If you hit 9 out of 10 and you put a G on it, come on.
Hit 9 out of 10 and didn't hit. I wouldn't be like, oh man, my life's over. I'd be like, damn, I lost $1,000, but I was so close to winning Nah,
See,
man, because then we'd be buying
you're
my
not a
homeboy a Tesla.
degenerate. You're not a degenerate. I'm telling you, as a degenerate,
I'm not
you don't want that. You don't want that smoke.
But I'm not a degenerate, so I don't care. Like if I gave him $1,000 at the beginning of the football season to place bets and told him I'd split it with him 50-50, whatever was left over. So if we got $400 or $500 and we put it down on this and we won $40,000, he'd get $20,000 of that.
I'm cool with the 400, 500, not the 1,000.
What? But then,
And you guys don't even have 1,000 in your like piggy bank.
I mean, I do, so I could give
No,
him.
I just mean like what was allocated.
Yeah, but this is the Super Bowl, dude. We started this to just place bets for as a talking point and a segment of the show. And in the first year of doing this podcast and starting this whole sports idea, my team went to the fucking Super Bowl. So if I could put money down on it, well, and your team as well. So if I could put another crazy, because the last time I put money down, put $500 or like down for 50-1 odds for the Eagles to win the Super Bowl on my birthday, and they were awful. They were awful, and they won the fucking Super Bowl, and that shit was wild. Why wouldn't I on this crazy plus 8,000 parlay put like $800 down? Let's go. I'm trying to be like a meme, dude. I'm trying to, be like, dang. Robot beats Goody, and that's on like, Bleacher Report betting on their gram, dude, and getting shared. That's what I want. Let's go.
Okay.
No, all right, we'll talk. No, but seriously,
I'm here for it. But...
At least like $400. You have to play this parlay. You have to at least put $400 or $500 down on this parlay because it's too good. Because if that hits, that hits. If it doesn't,
okay, and then hedge it by betting on Tom Cruise not coming into the stadium and handling the referee.
Yeah, I'll drop 2 G's on Tom Cruise.
You would have to drop like 20 G's just to like cover the 400, I think, like with the odds.
Well, nah, that's not worth it.
It is because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, but that's all.
It's guaranteed money. You just have to put it up.
I'm not even comfortable letting white people know I have $20,000, let alone.
Well, here I am, bro.
Let alone betting it. Let alone betting it on one to drop in at the Super Bowl.
Dude, you trust your money with a robot? What are you talking about?
Yeah, how could you not?
2.0, you're muted, by the way.
He's always muting himself. He's like the most technologically challenged
like,
genius I've ever met in my life.
He was like trying to open a Keystone
Round
Light.
of applause, everybody. 2.0. The future's safe in his hands.
Yeah, when I opened up the Keystone, it actually exploded on me. So.
And we just gotta give a shout out, to our sponsor for this episode, Dalworth Clean, Dial 267-8433 for the next best thing to do.
Dude, I hope
Clean.
YouTube pulls us off for copyright infringement. Are we done?
No, that's so good. I'm going to continue doing that. And I'm not changing the name of the podcast. We're just going to keep it going. But I will say is we will be back post Super Bowl and we'll wrap up. Then we're probably going to take like 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off. I got a bunch of crazy shit happen at work. I got moved to a new store, so I don't have to drive like 9 hours to work every day, which is fantastic. But I've got like St. Patrick's Day. I have all this crazy stuff going on in my actual like IRL, as the kids say, real life. In real life, I have a lot of crazy things going on. So we'll probably reformat. Garen, I gave him a proposal. He's gonna think about it because he's a bitch, but he's probably gonna be more of a mainstay on the show. But we'll have more of a format. There'll be articles, clips, things we'll discuss every episode. We'll talk more than just football, but we're just gonna keep the name and kind of just keep pushing it forward and roll with it. And then, whenever it comes football season or the draft, we can do draft specials. I'm even thinking about maybe a fantasy football league. So, for next season, we have a lot of time where we can tinker some stuff, but it's been fun. And this has obviously been a crazy first football season to start, like just a sports football related podcast. Like, honestly, like that's fucking wild. The fact that they're in the Super Bowl. I think we're going to smoke them. We will be back next week. We might do it like Tuesday. I don't think I have to close Tuesday. I think
if you guys hit like this $36,000 parlay, You need to we all need to get flown out to Vegas and just go wild.
Well, that's what I was also going to talk to you guys about.
From Vegas.
That's also what I was going to talk to you guys about is so I'm going to take some PTO towards the end of March. I don't know what 2.0's thing is, but if y'all are interested, I'm going to go out. I want to go to Cali for a bit, and then I'm going to go to Vegas for a couple days at the end of March. Just a heads up if anyone's interested. And that's when we place bets, because that's when the odds are new and things are fucking crazy because everything's just ended. So the odds for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl would be wild, pre-draft. Let's say they trade for Tom Brady, and those odds drop 5. I'm just saying, no, not the Chiefs. I'm saying the Niners, or let's say you know what I'm saying. There's gonna be so many shakeups where but you place that bet when it's oh well, they have no quarterback. It's 35-1. And I'll put $500 on it and wait all year. Yeah. Those bets are the best.
I'm not betting on the Niners, and I'm not betting on the Cowboys. Smellwood.
Yeah, he didn't show up. He's got bedtime.
Yeah, of course he does.
Nah, he's a dad. He's working, running a business.
Yeah,
he's got
past his bedtime.
Definite. But no, I do appreciate you guys showing up as always. Well, you two and Goody, thank you for showing up 2 days in a row. This has been, or 2 shows in a row. This has been great. No, and great prop bets. These are going to be crazy. And if you place bets on any of them, you need to let me know what money you put down.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you are. So we have to recap all of those. You need to recap what hit or didn't hit. As I'm going to be looking for some of these. Well, especially for goodies. Obviously, if it's we got covered in KC Masterpiece, Old Hickory barbecue sauce. I'll be holy shit. That would be
I'm going to be so mad if that happens.
Yeah, if that happens, I'll be furious.
And I don't bet on it, I'll be so pissed.
Or they'll be Andy Reid, you just lost the Super Bowl. What do you do? He's well, I'm going to go to Hardee's and go get a cheeseburger. I'd be damn it. And then, somebody falls from the stands and dumps barbecue sauce. It's some crazy, back to back. You're no, why didn't I do that?
I just want to clarify because I didn't clarify it earlier. It's if he says burger or cheeseburger, so both are in play. Just in case that changes your thought process. I went to
the locker room and had a burger and thought it might really help me change up the game plan, but it kind of backfired there. I don't know. Yeah, I can't imagine what they'd say.
If he rolls out with a Hawaiian shirt, oh my god, bro. He loves himself a Hawaiian shirt.
Is it on the side on the sideline during the game or to the venue from the bus?
During the broadcast.
So during the broadcast could be from the bus to the locker room.
Yeah.
Okay, now that makes it more interesting. I was sideline, no, but now if he's getting off the bus, maybe
post game,
or post game, and they'd make him one, and it'd have his thing.
He had to change his outfit because he got champagne all over him. If they win,
they'd be why does your Hawaiian shirt say cheeseburger Reed? Well, everybody knows I love cheeseburgers, and maybe that's when the cheeseburger happened, Hawaiian shirt and cheeseburger.
It might be the barbecue sauce Hawaiian parlay that we should do because he gets hit with the barbecue sauce, has to change
shirts,
put on the Hawaiian, boom. That's a plus 8,000.
Warhorn. I also haven't played the Warhorn in forever with my alien Warhorn, but Eagles are. Let's go. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. We're going to wrap it up. Another show. ABQ Pod number 23, Super Bowl Bound Part 1. We'll do Super Bowl Bound Part 2. We'll see how it fucking goes. I have to have the same approach. I know you love to run your mouth all the time, and I let you do that. I just always try to be even keel and try to point out how, oh, man, this could be good. It's I've been doing it all year, so I got to stick with it. Got to stick with it. God damn it. Ugh. But I appreciate you guys coming on. I'm going to wrap this bitch up, but thank you guys. Round of applause for everyone.
Appreciate you guys.
Oh, as always, Gurn. Well,
thank you.
Oh, yeah, you too, man. Fucking love Garen. Good guy. 2.0. Of course, Elwood didn't show up. It's past his bedtime. His wife is on him. We were supposed to do it earlier, but, shit happens. But Angry Black Quarterback podcast number 23, Super Bowl Bound Part 1. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl, and it happens this Sunday. Holy fucking shit. Plus 8,000 parlay. I'm I think I'm going to put $1,000 down on this. Travis Kelce plus one touchdown or more. Jalen Hurts 1 touchdown or more. Hassan Reddick 1 or more sacks. A.J. Brown 5 or more receptions. Travis Kelce 7 or more receptions. Devontae Smith 5+ receptions. Miles Sanders over 54 yards. Devontae over 56. Jerick McKinnon over 22.5 receiving yards. Jalen Hurts +2 passing touchdowns. So this parlay, he's got to have 1 rush, 2 pass. Dallas Goedert over 51 receiving yards. That 10 prop bet parlay plus 8,000. We're putting money on it. We fucking have to. I don't know how we don't. But no, we appreciate you guys stopping by. It's been awesome being able to do this podcast, so we really appreciate it. And yeah, to stay out of trouble, be safe, go Birds, let's fucking go. One more game. Hopefully I'm in a really good shit talking mood next time. We'll see though. You guys be safe. Love you. Come on, Birds.